Good Erev Shabbos, everybody. This week's Parsha is that of Acharei and Kedoshim. In Parshas Kedoshim, it talks about the various responsibilities between human beings living in a society. And also we have other mitzvahs, the mitzvahs which are all intended to enable us to achieve the level of Kedoshim Tihiyu, that we should be sanctified in our service to God. And one of the mitzvahs it says is Al Techalel as Bitcha Lahaznoisa. Do not desecrate your daughter, Lahaznoisa, which means to lead her down a path of immorality. And then the next verse says, "As Shabsosai tishmoiru, my Sabbaths you shall observe, umikdoshai tirou, and my temple, my sanctuary, you shall be in awe of." What is the meaning of "do not desecrate your daughter" for immorality? Rashi says, taking this from the Talmudic teachings, and it's absolutely true, that a father should not take his young daughter, his unmarried daughter, and basically sell her services in which she will be with another man and not through marriage. The Torah tells us that this is a desecration of the child, and this is absolutely prohibited. There might be societies in which this is done, and the Torah says that this is unacceptable. Truth is, even though there might be societies which practice this, but I mean, what kind of human beings are they? Who would do this to their own daughter, even if a person is impoverished? We have to understand the meaning of this verse. In addition, the next verse says that we should observe God's Shabbos. What is the connection between not desecrating our daughters and observance of the Shabbos? And this is not the first time the Torah has told us about Shabbos observance. It's mentioned numerous times. As a matter of fact, it was mentioned at the very beginning of this Parsha of Kedoshim. It says, "Ish imay v'yav of tiroyu." Every man and woman should be in awe of their parents. V'shabsosai tishmoiru, and observe my Shabbos. There too it mentions about Shabbos. So why is it repeated over here? And also, what connection does this have with a person not desecrating his daughter? The Ahaei HaKadosh says something rather remarkable. He says what we're talking about here, in addition to the comment that Rashi makes, is we're talking about a person whose daughter is now of marriageable age. And he and his wife want her to be brought out. Let the women see his daughter. Let them see what a lovely young lady she is. Let us see that she is beautiful. And therefore they might bring her and they'll take her to places in which other women will see her, people will see her, and they'll say, "What a fine, beautiful young lady this is." Now we might think that what's wrong with that? Seems to be appropriate. And yet the Ahaei says this is what the Torah is referring to. He says, because indeed people will see her and they will see that she is physically attractive. But they're not the only ones who might be looking at her. There might be some men who look at her. And who knows what the men are thinking. They might not have in their minds about, oh, let's make a shidduch, let's make a match, let's see who we can find. Their thoughts might wander into an area which is unacceptable. But more so than that, the Ahaei says, what is the message that is being conveyed to this Bas Yisrael, this Jewish girl? The message is, now it's time for you to be considering marriage. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to let everybody look at you and see your external features. Now, a person's external features are very important. I heard from Rabbi Avigdor Miller, Olav Shalom, that a woman should take care of herself and she should always make herself presentable. There's no question. But that is not the essential value of a Bas Yisrael, of a Jewish girl or a Jewish woman. As it says in the verse called Kavuda Bas Melech Penima, the great glory and honor of the daughter of the king, a Jewish girl, is Penima. It's the Penimius. It's the internal element, not the external. You know what message we're sending to this girl? We want people to see you, that you're of marriageable age. We want them to see the external features. That's it. That's who I am. I'm just an object to be looked upon. That's how they're going to value me and who I am. Is that my purpose in this world? Just to satisfy the desires of others? Am I to be, as they say today, eye candy, candy for the eye? Is this the message we're sending? Because if it is, this is a desecration of our daughters, showing them the portals of immorality. We're objectifying our own daughters. Torah says this is tantamount to leading them down a path of immorality. That's not who a person is. That's not who a Bas Yisrael is. But rather we must look at the Pnim. We must look at what's inside. That's what we need to see. Of course, the outside has to be presentable and it has to be palatable. But the true glory of a daughter of Israel is what is within. And that's what needs to be seen. How do we do that? So what do parents do when their daughter is of marriageable age? Bring your daughter to services. Bring her to shul. Not that she should be paraded, that everybody should see how lovely. Let her know about Shabbos. Let her see in her parents' home the existence of this sacred day of Shabbos. Let her know that her parents will take one day out of the week and stop doing whatever their responsibilities demand of them. There's something loftier. There is something greater in life. The Shabbos, the existence of God, the creator of all that exists. Let the daughters see that. Let them see their parents davening. Let them come to services. And let the women see, look at this young lady. She's a lovely young lady. Look how she davens. Look how the Shabbos is so important to her. Look at Es Mikdoshay Tiroyu. Look how the temple of God, his synagogue, is something that she respects and reveres. Look at the Penim. Look at what is within internally. That's how we bring our daughters of marriageable age. That's how we present them. That people should see them for who they truly are. See the glory. See that they are indeed a Bas Melech, a daughter of the King of all kings of God, as they pray to him, as they serve him, as they revere his synagogue, his temple, as they observe his Shabbos. That's what people will see. That's how a family presents their daughter who was of marriageable age. And this, I like to suggest, is the same idea when it says a person should revere their parents and observe Shabbos. Parents put aside their responsibilities. They stop everything they're doing and they bring a Shabbos into the world. They show their children a Shabbos. They're introducing their children to the eternal knowledge of the existence of God, our Creator, the master of all that exists. During the work week, we assume that we're in control of our environment. Shabbos, we stop and we testify. God is the master. children see this, of course they should revere their parents. They revere them because they have opened the portals for eternity for their children to have an understanding of their purpose for existence and find meaning in life. What a gift the Shabbos is. It helps us understand our own purpose. It helps connect families. It enables our children to have a respect for themselves and understand that they are indeed the daughters of the king, the true princesses, because internally they reflect the glory of God and his Torah. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay Jewish. Have a wonderful Shabbos.